Gray Fullbuster is definitely a character who is underestimated within the Fairy Tail series a lot. Many people will even go to the extent of referring to him as a weak character, or even just completely going on to disrespect him and referring to him as something like fodder. Now, I personally cannot even begin to explain how much I disagree with the idea of Gray being weak. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Gray is definitely on par with people like Natsu. The guy is absolutely fucking, just strong beyond belief, and people definitely don't give him credit where it's due. So considering all of this, today I decided that I'd go ahead and talk about what I believe is, Gray's hidden power. It's obvious that much like Natsu, he has not reached his maximum power level, so I wanted to go ahead and take this video to talk about what may happen to allow Gray to reach his maximum power level. I think Gray will be reaching his maximum power level really soon as well, seeing as Chapter 500 of Fairy Tail was revealed to be entitled Fire and Ice, and you guys already know that this is obviously referring to Gray and Natsu. We all know that Gray is after END. It's his father's dying wish. His life goal, I guess you could say, is to massacre END for his father. And you guys already know that Natsu is END. So I can't help but feel as if this chapter 500, will be a chapter where Gray finds out that Natsu is actually END and then just completely goes after him, which would inevitably lead to a fight between the two. And considering this is a huge fight, possibly even the biggest fight Gray has ever taken part in, I do believe it would only be appropriate for this fight to put Gray into, I guess, his final form, if you will, his final power level. Within this theory, though, I want to go ahead and mainly focus on Gray's Demon Slayer powers, which he inherited from his father Silver before he passed. Now, Silver entrusted Gray with the last of his power in the form of Devil Slayer magic so that Gray could go on to fulfill his goal and beat END. Now, I think Gray's ultimate power level is very likely to come in the form of his Devil Slayer magic. I doubt at the magic current state he is actually capable of being someone like END, seeing how strong END is said to be, and I have a really good feeling that Gray's Devil Slayer magic is capable of much more than it's giving off to right now. Now, very quickly here, I want to actually go and draw your attention toward Gray and Invel's fight that we saw within chapter 498. Invel said a lot of things within the dialogue between the two during the fight, some main things actually having to do with Gray's Devil Slayer magic. When he found out that Gray used Devil Slayer magic, it began to captivate his attention. He basically underestimated Gray up until he revealed the Devil Slayer magic, and then he rethought him completely after he revealed the Devil Slayer magic. Two things that Invel said within the dialogue of the fight that actually really caught my eye the most was that Devil Slayers actually don't retain their sanity for long, and that Gray's darkness is on the brink of actually being released in the world. So we can assume that considering these things basically tie in together, that if Gray is to lose his sanity, that his darkness from Devil Slayer magic will be released into the world. When Invel realized all of this, he made his move to try and make Gray and Juvia fight to death, which I guess could be considered as an effort to actually release Gray's inner darkness from Devil Slayer magic through the death of a close friend. And within chapter 499, spoilers, it was revealed that Juvia dies. Tear, F to pay your respects. But nevertheless, I think it's possible that because of this death, the death of someone so close to Gray, he could actually completely go on to just lose his mind and his sanity, if you will, and reach what could be considered his ultimate power level. And the final panel of the chapter supports this idea completely. Gray just looks absolutely insane within this panel. I don't think we've ever seen him this pissed. Let's be honest here. I want to now go ahead and take some time to talk a little bit about Gray's markings that he has inherited from his Devil Slayer magic. It was mentioned within the time skip in the Avatar arc that Gray's markings were actually spreading throughout his body progressively. And I think it's actually possible that this ties in with Gray's darkness being released in the world. I personally believe that it's possible that if Gray's markings spread completely throughout his body, that I guess could signify his full power being activated, and as Invel referred to it as, his darkness being released into the world. As well, going back to what Invel said about the sanity of Devil Slayers, I believe it's highly likely that when this happens, Gray will just go on to go completely insane, absolutely lose his mind, just lose his sanity completely, if you will. This is what I think will lead to the inevitable Gray versus Natsu fight, and that will most likely take place within chapter 500. Nevertheless, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, a like is much appreciated, along with a subscription to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and as well, go ahead and leave your comments in the comment section below. What do you guys think Gray's full power level is? I'll go ahead and see you guys next time. Peace.